I've got a list of the best niches that you can target for SMMA in 2023, and I've got one niche that everybody can target and get a ton of clients in. But first, we need to know what makes a good niche. Now, in 2023, I'm trying to make $1 million, and I want to help you make $1 million too, so you have to listen to this video carefully. If you don't know what a niche is, it's basically just an industry. So like plumbing, roofing, nail salons, cat whisperers, all those are niches. A lot of people believe it boils down to what you're passionate about. Nobody cares what you're passionate about. Not even your mom cares about what you're passionate about. Here's how the market works. People only care about what you can bring to them, the value that you can provide to them. So Jeff Bezos makes more money than you because he just provides more value to more people. So you can't pick a niche based off of what you're passionate about. Again, nobody cares what you're passionate about. They just care about what you can do for them. So what makes a good niche? Number one, they need to have money, a little bit of this. If you're selling a year subscription to a marketing software that costs $15,000 for the year to a cosmetic dentist, then they only need one client in order for it to be worth it to them, because a full mouth reconstruction for a cosmetic dentist costs $15,000 to $40,000. So if your software can help them make $40,000 and they only paid $15,000, then it was worth it for them. They can easily justify a $15,000 price tag. Now, for a restaurant, it's not the same. So I can't justify as a restaurant a $15,000 price tag because I have to sell a lot of pancakes in order to justify the cost. And usually people that focus on smaller things get smaller things. And if they're focused on bigger things, they're gonna get bigger things. So if you're focused on industries that don't make a lot of money, they have low margins, and their prices are very low, then you're not gonna be able to, you're only gonna get clients that can't afford a lot, right? And so if you're focused on bigger clients that make more money, then it's gonna be easier for you to make more money. I see a lot of people focusing on really small industries like grass cutting or dog walking. It's gonna be really hard to convince someone to pay you thousands of dollars when they have to walk a lot of dogs in order to make that thousands of dollars back. But if you're focusing on bigger industries like, let's say, cosmetic dentist or tree service, right? They maybe make a couple $1,000s per job that they do if it's a big job. And so if I charge them a couple $1,000s, they just need one big job in order for it to be worth it to them. So try to find a niche whose average ticket price or average lifetime value is over $1,000. The second criteria to a good niche is that nobody else is targeting them. It's a blue ocean. If you haven't read Blue Ocean Strategy, I would recommend reading it. Basically, there's a red ocean and a blue ocean. A red ocean is where sharks are eating each other, they're bloody, it's just competition, everyone's biting after each other and trying to cut each other down with their prices. And so really you're just trying to compete with everybody else. And the only way that you can compete is by having a lower price. We do not want to compete on price, and honestly, we just don't want to compete with anybody. And so if we go into an industry that nobody's really targeting, then it's gonna be much easier to get clients. So if you think about it, if you're targeting med spas because some dumb idiot online told you to, there are literally thousands of other people trying to start a marketing agency that are targeting med spas. And guess what? They're all using the same cold calling script that you found. So imagine you're a med spa owner and you're getting 50 cold calls a day from 12-year-olds trying to pitch marketing services to them. The med spa niche, the solar niche, the e-commerce niche, they have a buffet of options. They can choose from whoever they want, and they're gonna choose the one with the best offer. Someone that's got a good price, someone that has a lot of case studies. So they're probably not going to pick you. If you're just starting out, why would they pick you when they've got a gourmet meal over here, right? Someone that's already got everything established, a really good offer, and has case studies and everything, and then you're coming in saying, hey, I just wanna help you. Like, they're not gonna care about you. Honestly, if you're in a niche because somebody else told you to, or you heard somebody else say it, and you thought, oh, that'd be a good idea, that's the worst idea that you can possibly, like, it's so dumb. Because literally everybody else is doing the exact same thing that you thought of. And so you just have to think different, go against the grain, right? And that's the only way that you'll stand out. And actually, it's like, let's marketing 101 is stand out. Let's just say that you reach out to a unique niche that no one else is really targeting. Like, let's just say dog trainers. They make a good amount of money and there's a lot of them. No one else is reaching out to them. They are malnourished. No one is reaching out to them. They're not getting any offers from anyone. So the first person that's gonna reach out to them and say, hey, I just wanna see if you're interested in this offer, they're probably gonna say yes to you because no one else is reaching out to them. And on top of finding a unique industry, why don't we also reach out in a more unique way? Instead of doing cold calls and cold emails like literally everybody else is doing, why don't we be unique and do, let's say, reaching out to the Facebook business page and sending a message on there. I literally did this to dog trainers the other day and it worked, right? People were actually interested. And I teach this a lot in my program. It's about automating outreach, doing as much as we can, and also doing it in a unique way so that we stand out from the crowd and get 120 sales calls per month. So if you're interested in joining, you can book a call with my team below. And number 3, there needs to be a lot of them. We don't want to target a niche that has under 10,000 companies. Like, we can't target underwater basket weaving instructors because there's just not a lot of them. I see people targeting really small industries and really small niches. And the reason that they're targeting these really small industries and niches is because I said, hey, you should target an industry that no one else is targeting, which makes sense. I'm proud of you for actually listening to me, all right? So you're targeting these small industries that nobody else is targeting. But the reason it's so small is probably because 1, there isn't a lot of demand for that industry, and 2, no one else is really targeting them because they're hard to reach out to. Exotic car rentals, produce distribution centers, indoor sky skydiving places. I commend you for trying to find these really unique industries, but they're really too small to gain any traction. Because let's just do the math, right? Let's say there's 10,000 in a specific industry. You might be able to find 5,000 of their emails. Out of that 5,000, maybe 4,000 of the emails are valid. Out of that 4,000, you might get a 3% response rate, which is about 120 people responding to you. Out of that 120 people, maybe 20% are actually interested, which is 24 people. Out of 24 people, 80% will book a call with you. So that's 20 people, and out of that 20 people, 20% of those will close. And so that's about 4 clients. So we went from 10,000 people to 4 clients. Now you can recycle the list and do it again next month, and you can also use different channels like Facebook, LinkedIn, and iMessage, but you get the picture. We need a lot of them in order for this to work. So instead of going super niche, why don't we go a little more broad and target that industry? So instead of exotic car rentals, why don't we just do car rentals? And instead of indoor skydiving places, why don't we just do entertainment centers? Okay, so now you know the criteria. They need to make a good amount of money. They need to not be saturated with a whole bunch of 12-year-olds trying to start an SMMA, and there needs to be a lot of them. Also, if you've already picked a niche and you don't want to change it because Iman Ghazi said you don't want to change your niche for 6 months, well, if it doesn't fit these 3 criteria, then I would change your niche immediately. If it does fit these 3 criteria, then I would do as much outreach as you possibly can for the next month. And if you don't get any clients within 1 month, then I would change your niche. I had someone that was targeting a really saturated niche, which was solar and roofing, and he was getting okay clients. He got maybe 5 or 6 clients within a couple of months, but he was really having a tough time targeting this industry. So I just gave him a suggestion. I said, hey, try to target this niche that isn't really saturated and that nobody else is really targeting, and they make a good amount of money and there's a good amount of them. And he literally made $50,000 in 2 weeks targeting this other niche. So here's 10 niches that will work well for SMMA in 2023. Number 10, plasma donation / blood drives. Number 9, laser hair removal. Number 8, mattress stores. Number 7, furniture stores. Number 6, design studios. Number 5, dog trainers. Number 4, daycares. Number 3, architects. Number 2, logistic brokers. And the number 1 best niche is, oh, did I mention that once you pick a niche, you need a system to get 120 sales calls per month? So if you want to get 120 sales calls per month, there's like all these people that are getting crazy results, like Miguel, who was able to close his first deal within the first week of joining. Success, who was able to pass 10K a month within the first month of joining. And Hawani, who was able to get 7 sales calls in 1 day of just using my system. So if you're interested in getting 120 sales calls per month, you can book a call with my team below. Anyways, the number 1 best niche to target is the niche that you probably know best. Because the problem with niche list videos is that once this niche gets out and a lot of people watch this video, which I know a lot will, then those niches become saturated and they no longer fit the criteria. And so what you need to do is find a niche that you think would work well for you, that you think that nobody else is targeting. And so you don't have to be passionate about it, but if you know more about, let's just say, the logistics industry because your dad does logistics, then I would go down that route. Because if you already know a little bit about the industry, you know the lingo and how they talk, you know how it works, then it's gonna be easier for you to flow into it rather than finding something brand new. Either way, if you choose a niche that fit these 3 criteria, but you don't know anything about it, you'll still probably get a lot farther ahead than anybody else out here that's targeting med spas. Thank you to Life of Levi for commenting your wins. If you want to win a free one-on-one session with me, then comment your wins in the comments below on this video. Next week, I will announce the winner. And please subscribe to watch my journey of me trying to make $1 million in 2023 and trying to help you do the same.